After considering the "-o" contract verbs, we now consider the final of these three contract verb types, known as "-o" verbs. Again, we have a different set of rules of contraction. Let's look at these first. When an "-o" verb, that is, a verb whose stem ends in an omicron, is combined with any long vowel such as eta, ita, or omega, the omicron will convert to omega. When the omicron is added to the short vowels epsilon or omicron, or the diphthong u, it will turn into the diphthong u. When omicron is added to iota, including these diphthongs, a, e, or oi, e, and e or e with the subscript, it will switch to oi or e, omicron iota. So these rules of contraction are a little different from the alpha "-o" verbs and from the epsilon "-eo" verbs, and need to be learnt and kept distinct in your mind so to avoid confusion. Let's look at these forms and how they turn out. First, we have the present indicative forms of "-o". Our model verb is phaneroo, which means I reveal or I show. First, the active, first person singular, phanero. Second, phanerois, phaneroi, phanerumen, phanerute, phanerusin. Modern pronunciation, phanero, phaneris, phaneri, phanerumen, ute, usin. What about the middle passives? We see phanerumai, phaneroi, phanerutai, phanerumetha, phanerusthe, phaneruntai, or with the modern pronunciation, phanerume, phaneri, phanerute, phanerumetha, phanerusthe, phanerunte. Now, these will look quite different from things that we've seen before, but they are entirely predictable once you have learnt the rules of contraction for "-o" verbs. Moving on, we come to the present subjunctive forms. Phanero, phanerois, phaneroi, phaneromen, phanerote, phanerosin, or with a modern pronunciation, phanero, phaneris, phaneri. Now for the middle passives. Phaneromai, phaneroi, phanerotai, phanerometha, phanerosthe, phanerontai, or using the modern pronunciation, phanerome, phaneri, phanerote, phanerometha, phanerosthe, phaneronte. Again, these forms are predictable once you learn the "-o" rules of contraction. Now we come to the imperfect indicative forms for "-o" verbs. Ephanerun, ephanerus, ephaneru, ephanerumen, ephanerute, ephanerun. Once again, these are easily derived from the imperfect indicative forms for luo, luon, lus, lun, etc., once the rules of contraction are learnt, with the exception that the nu is missing from the third person singular, a feature that we've seen across all contract verbs. Middle passive forms, ephanerumen, ephaneru, ephaneruto, ephanerumetha, ephanerusthe, ephanerunta. Again, all of these are predictable using the rules of contraction. There are also present imperative forms and an infinitive form which does not conform to the rules, but consult the grammar for these.